Hey everyone, it's TheeMUACAM and I'm back dropping another video after so long. Like, it's been a couple of months, like, well, not even a couple, like a lot. This is my client Chantrell. I did her makeup back in September for her wedding, so she allowed me to record her getting her makeup done. And here I'm just prepping her face, just wiping it off, getting any residue that was left behind when she cleansed her face. So I start by shading in her eyebrows with a dark brown eyeshadow color. And I was using, I believe, the 350M Morphe palette. And I'm going to use some eyelash glue to help set her eyebrows in place for the day. And I'm going to use a spoolie to help blend that eyelash glue through and make sure that her eyebrows are set for the day. And here I am using a Wet n Wild concealer brush and the LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. And I believe this shade really goes well with her skin tone, just because she has a very deep skin tone. So I believe using like this chestnut color, well, not chestnut, but like, it's fawn of course, but I think it's more of like a chestnut color and it has like an orange undertone. I think that this would be great for her, so I decided to use it. And here you see me just shaping her eyebrows even more, and I am connecting them just to make sure that her eyebrows are leveled on each side and that they look the same. I do this with all of my clients because I just like to make sure that the eyebrows are, you know, on point, they look good, you know, they look the same for sure. So that's why I do this. And as I said before, like, it's been like 8 months since I've uploaded my last video, and I believe it was just like a tutorial I was doing, but so much has happened since then. So I am working on an updated video just to give you all a little bit of details about what I've been doing and experiencing and what I'm working on and what's to come. So that video hopefully will come right after this one this week. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And here I am blending out this concealer around her eyebrows, and I'm using a Real Techniques concealer brush, and it's just like a dense fluffy brush to help blend out that concealer. It works really well. I do this to all of my clients, and I'm just blending out that concealer above and beneath her eyebrows. And here in a minute you'll see me apply some more concealer to her eyelids just to kind of help correct the dark areas that she has on her eyelids, and just to give the eyeshadows like an even base to be applied to. And this will kind of help just give the eyeshadow colors like a really good what am I saying? It's like, it'll just make the eyeshadows like more pigmented is what I'm trying to say. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm using that same brush and just blending out as I do that. And I'm using a makeup sponge just to help even out that concealer, make sure that it's blended evenly all across the eyelid. But yeah, I am working on that updated video, not updated video, but an update video to kind of just give my audience and my followers you know, an idea of what's been going on and what's to come, because like now I'm done with school. It's like, oh my god, like I just have so much opportunity to do so much, and I'm like so ready. But anyways, I'm using like a, what can I call this? I think it's like a brick brown color, and I'm just using this to create some definition in her crease. And as you see me just blending that back and forth, I'm just dragging that color up into her inner corner of her eye space and just making sure that it's blended. And this is going to act as the transition color before I apply any other color. And a small clip did get lost, but here I am just blending out the concealer that I applied to kind of help create like a semi-cut crease. It's not as precise like as I would usually do my cut crease looks, but it's just like, you know, it's still going to work out for me. That's why I did it this way. But I'm just blending it out right here and making sure again that the concealer is even and the colors have an even base to be applied to. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Like, this weather has got me so congested. But anyways, so here is the beautiful bride. Like, she's coming together. So glad. But okay, so here you see me applying a white eyeshadow color. Now it does have like a little bit of like sparkle in it, but I decided to use this color because like she's wearing multiple colors for her wedding, so I'm doing this like multicolored like color mix type of look. And this is what I offer as my matte color mix application. And again, that's just me blending and mixing different matte eyeshadow colors just to help create a look that is you know, it coordinates with your attire, or it coordinates with your event or whatever occasion that you have going on. And I'm using a like a peachy orange color right here. Well, I wouldn't even say orange, but it's more of like a coral color. I'm using that to apply in the middle of her eyelid. I want this color to be like, you know, one of the main colors that's going to be seen, so that's why I'm applying a lot. And I'm using a Wet n Wild eyeshadow blending brush, just something very simple. And I'm going in with that same brush using a kind of like a cool toned pink, and I'm going to be applying that after the orange. And it did kind of take away a little bit of that color, but that's okay. I'm going to go back in and kind of make sure that those colors are going to show through. And then I'm using a dark plum purple to deepen up her crease and just to create some more definition with this look. So I'm just blending that out. And again, I'm using the same brush, applying all of these colors. Well, I'm using like two, I believe, you know, for the white and then the other colors. And I just went back in and make sure that all of those colors were blended. And as you can see, those colors look very beautiful. So I am using a primer. I believe I was starting to use my, what was it? Oh, I remember. It was my Makeup Revolution mattifying drops, and then I used my Morphe setting spray, which is what you just see me spray. And I use that, and with it being a mattifying primer, I like to use this first before I put anything else on her face, because I want this to kind of like help control the oil or absorb the oil that's already kind of happening before or as I'm doing her face. And here you see me applying some drying lotion to her face. A lot of people, or a lot of makeup artists, use this. It really just kind of acts as a barrier between the skin and the foundation. And I'm applying some extra lash glue on the lash line, and just making sure that those lashes are going to be stuck on her eyes like all day, because I know she's going to be crying and stuff, you know, taking pictures and talking to people and, you know, just all that good stuff. And I'm using my MAC Cosmetics NW55 Studio Fluid Fix Foundation. I'm using this with a Wet n Wild angled face brush. I wish I used a different brush, but it's okay. I think I just, you know, forgot my other brush at home or something. But I'm just using this to help blend out that foundation in the areas I applied the primer and the drying lotion, to ensure that it's not going to show through in any pictures. And, you know, just making sure that everything's blended. That's it. And I usually always start in like the cheek area first, because this is where I'm going to use the most product. So I like to make sure that that area is completely covered, and then I kind of work my way towards the outer parts of the face. And here is where I was mentioning, you know, me using a makeup sponge and the foundation around her hairline and her forehead. And I'm just using that to help blend it out. Here I'm doing the same thing, using a makeup sponge and that same foundation, and just making sure that she has a little bit more coverage around her mouth area, of course, just because she's going to be talking, you know, and smiling and all that. So I just have to ensure that she is going to have enough coverage in her photos. Gotta make sure my girl's looking right. So here I'm applying some gel eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm using a Morphe flat brush to apply this, so just very gently. And I am automatically going to go ahead and just skip to, oh well, here I'm just applying some mascara on both of her eyes and making sure that those false lashes are blended with her real lashes. And like I said, I am going to go ahead and skip to having her highlight done and having it set and all that, and just go straight to contour. I did record it, I just don't know what happened, like it just was not looking right, so I just decided to not upload it with this video, or not include it in the video. And here I'm using my Ulta contour palette, and I'm just contouring around her forehead and that hairline. And then I'm going to use my Black Radiance contour palette to contour her cheeks and also bronze her cheeks. I'm just bronzing her cheeks right here, and I'm using that same shade to help contour her nose in a Wet n Wild eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm just dragging that color up and down the bridge of her nose, making sure that it's blended seamlessly with the highlight. And I'm using a Ulta tapered, what is this? It's just kind of like an Ulta tapered blending brush, and I'm just swiping off the rest of that translucent powder that I used to set her highlight and patting in whatever residue or powder that was left behind. And I'm using a LA Girl Pro lip liner in the shade dark brown, and I'm lining her lips. I usually don't go all the way in or fill in the line all the way when I do the bottom lip. I like to blend it out first with a brush and then go in with the lip color and, you know, just go from there. And here I'm using a concealer. I think I was using that LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn that I used under her eyebrows. And I'm just using this as a base to help cover the dark marks that she has on her lips. And it's also going to help, you know, ensure that the lip gloss that I'm going to apply is just going to, you know, show through. So that's why I did that. And I'm blending out the lip liner with some Vaseline in a small paintbrush, and then you see me apply some NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline, and I'm just applying that and blending it over the concealer that I applied before that. I'm just using a makeup sponge to kind of just take away any excess product that was left behind, and then going back in and, you know, just kind of layering her lips. This is just what I do to ensure that, you know, my brides are, you know, set for the day. This is just my technique. You know, this is just really one of many techniques that I do on my clients. And you just see me applying more and more color until I get it to my liking and to the look that I like. So yeah. And here I'm using a brush. I believe this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm just blending that liner in with that lip color that I applied and making sure that it's blended. I think I was going a little bit too far with the blending, no lie, because like I feel like it kind of took away the color, like, and that's my whole point. Like, I'm trying to keep adding it, but the more I was blending, it was like it was taking it away. But I'm just spraying her. You know, this is the final spray. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist Spray, of course, and just fanning her. You making sure that she is dry, and using a brush to kind of help pat in any powder or whatever was left behind, and also to help pat in that setting spray to ensure that she's going to be, you know, of course, set for the day. More eyelash glue just to help ensure she's good. And I am using my NYX Cosmetics liquid eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm just using this to cover the lash band of the false eyelashes. And this is the finished look, you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed this. There will be more client tutorials on the way, so just make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And also comment and let me know what other looks you all want to see. I am going to be uploading more. I can't wait. Just thank you all so much for supporting. I'll see you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.